From Tobacco Republic in Loomis, California, the Loomis Cigar Cartel presents Beyond the Humidor, a cigar podcast for the rest of us. All right, well, this is what it's like when I have like 6 or 7 shots of espresso in my latte in the morning. Scott Robinson with you here on Beyond the Humidor. I'm joined by Greg and Larry, of course, as I always am. And let's just, I'm bouncing off walls right now. So in case you're wondering, hey, I'm talking. In case you're wondering, I'm drinking this to kind of like mellow out a little bit because, I'm bouncing off the freaking walls with that espresso. I think I need to go back to Quad Vente. Whew. Greg, how you doing there?
Wow, you need to lay off the caffeine, man. I'm doing great. Happy Easter, everybody, as this show's released on Easter Sunday. Good day, you know. It's nice weather outside. Smoked some good cigars. Smoked the cigar of the month the other day to try it. And it was a good day. How about you, Larry?
Doing good, man. Double fisting it this morning with a little bit of rum and also the Rwandan coffee from Yard Dog. So shout out to Zach there. Still trying to get you on the program, man. Need to call back. Just saying. But yeah, been a good day.
Right on.
Now, excuse me just a second, Scott. Is that Rwandan the one with the red tape on the bag?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, I had that the other day. That was good.
Yep.
You know, I still haven't grinded that coffee yet. I need to do that. Yeah, I know. I've had a busy week. Last weekend we had the Herf at my place. Brisket, ribs.
Wasn't that the weekend before last?
Was it the weekend before last?
Yeah, because remember last weekend. This one, folks. Last weekend.
Oh, crap,
last
that's
weekend,
right.
he comes into the lounge on Thursday last, so a week ago Thursday. And he's telling us this story about he and Tiny Wife and some friends of theirs are going RV shopping. Okay? He tells me and Craig when he's sitting here, and I know Sue's listening, so.
Oh, she already knows.
Beep, throwing him under the bus here.
Yeah, gee, thanks.
So he tells me and Craig, he goes, we are absolutely not buying anything. We are just going to look. And I got to go and I got to get dinner and I'll see you later, right? Craig and I start laughing and we both look at each other and look at George that was here with us and went, yeah, he's buying a trailer.
Let me go to my phone and I can tell you when I got the text Saturday morning that they were the proud owners of a new RV. I believe it was before 11. I'm just saying.
I think so.
Not a trailer. See, first we were looking at trailers. It became an RV.
So you're moving into the Del Webb Sun City community when?
Come on.
I don't know. Hey, and we got to clarify this. It is a RV, recreational vehicle or motor home, not mobile home. The only way you can make that a mobile home is bring it up the hill into the foothills where I live, put it up on cinder blocks, and take the wheels off of it. All right, you follow me? The awning will have to stay out the whole time. You're going to have to tie Reno to the front bumper, you know. I mean, that's not much of a guard dog, but you get the idea.
Well, see, this is where Tiny Wife math works against me.
Okay, I'm waiting to hear this explanation.
No. Okay, so we don't own a pickup truck. So
Shocking.
You don't say.
So the plan was, okay, well, if we get a trailer, we'll go ahead and get a used pickup truck.
Dude, I have never seen, in the time I've known you, seen Tiny Wife buy anything used.
I was getting to that part. So,
Even the dog was new.
No, the dog was used.
Slightly used.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I love her. God knows I love her. But
I would hope so. You live with her.
Yeah. Her deal is when she sees something used, well, I don't want someone else's problem. I want to get something myself. I don't want a project or, it's got to be. And besides, if I get it new, then it won't break down or anything like that. And you get what you pay for. Hence our producer over here. There's a story behind that. We'll discuss that later. But alas. So anyway.
I do hold the power of the mute button.
Yeah, that's true, but I'm too damn entertaining for you to mute me, so. Hey, Just because I'm not carrying this morning doesn't mean I can't grab you by the throat.
Hey,
wait, stop.
It's going dark again.
Nope, not going dark, see?
People might be interested in watching me die, though, on video. I can think of a few people, but anyway.
It's a cigar podcast, not a snuff
Damn,
film.
we're 3 minutes in, and the rail, man, this is a train wreck.
So tiny wife math.
So wait, anyway, so she's looking at, I'm thinking like something in the 2000s, maybe 2012 Ford F-150 or something we can get. She's looking at Toyota Tacomas. What's the big ginormous one? Or the Lexus?
The Tundra.
Yeah, the Tundra. The Lexus.
Lexus doesn't make a pickup.
No, they make an SUV that you can tow with, though. Excuse me, tow with. What is it, the LX 470 or something? Because here's the funniest thing when she's running this through her head. Well, I could trade in the X3 and get a pickup truck, and I'm like,
no, what that means is you're driving the pickup truck and she's driving your Merc.
yeah, which is fine, but still, it's like you're not giving up that X3. Who are you lying to?
You show up here in a pickup truck, we automatically loading up in that and going over to buy you the Howdy Doody cowboy hat.
No, you're not. I will wear a black Stetson. I will get a giant belt buckle. Yeah, if I'm going to wear a cowboy hat, I'm going to wear a decent one.
Sounds like a good episode for a show, don't you think, Larry?
Yeah, turn it sideways like that Festus from that old Western Gunsmoke.
What, so I'll be Black Festus?
You said it, man. I didn't.
Festus was cool, but no, I don't want to be Festus.
So back to the RV.
Greg can be
circling around, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we'll make Greg Miss Kitty.
I'm sorry, man.
I have someone that can do that, okay?
I'm sorry, man. That's not.
Do not say it.
That is not where I was trying to get that to go. It really wasn't.
Anyway, back to tiny wife math. So here's what she says. I want to look at Class C's because by the time we pay for the trailer and the truck, we'd be up to a Class C anyway. And I can drive it. Okie dokie. So,
did it come with a booster seat?
She's gonna freaking murder you. So, as she's looking through her and her girlfriend, who I affectionately call Laverne and Shirley, if you're as old as me, you get that joke. Greg probably does not.
I know who they are.
Yeah, he's got the History Channel.
I did watch Nick at Night as a kid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is true. So anyway, as they're looking at trailers and RVs and such, Sue finds the one she's in love with. And she's like, it's cute. It was adorable. She's like a little girl. Her eyes are wide, and she's like, it's this much. It was like she brought home a new puppy and looking at me going, can we keep it? Now,
yes, dear.
Yeah, now understand something. Baby girl has her own money. So it's like, this isn't one of those, well, my woman's not buying nothing without my permission. Baby girl got her own money. So, yeah, she don't need me. But anyway, but out of courtesy, she's asking me, and she's like, well, should we get it? Should we get it? And I'm like, this is the second place we've been to. Don't you want to kind of hold off? Then her competitive side came out when she saw like 2 or 3 other couples sniffing around her RV. She's like, well, there's a shortage of RVs and, people are buying them up and 3 people are looking at them. Get away from my RV. So it was just over. And next thing you know, it's like, and she's looking all happy. And I probably could have did let's not buy this today. Let's wait. And she's like, well, I hate waiting. When I see something, I just jump right on it because then I'll be mad at myself if I don't. All right, sweetie. Let's go ahead and, get said RV.
Stay tuned, folks, for a video tour Memorial Weekend.
So, I just got to say this.
Mm-hmm.
I was impressed with the fact that the chassis on this RV is a Ford. You see where I'm going with this, right?
I do not.
Found on road dead, fix or repair daily?
No. You're aware that Mercedes Sprinters have RVs, right?
Yes, I'm fully aware. You know why they're so expensive?
I'm with you now.
Enlighten me.
the reason why the Mercedes are so expensive is not so much because it's a Mercedes. It's because all those Mercedes RVs are handcrafted, and the amount of labor that goes into the build on a Mercedes RV, that's what you're paying for, really. So, it's one of those, the finest of German RV artisans, if you will.
So it's kind of bougie RV is what you're saying.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. If you ever step foot in one, you're like,
Now, does it make more sense why I'm impressed you ended up with a Ford?
Well, Larry, I have seen on a Top Gear episode some years back a RV where the BMW would drop out the bottom and slide out, and you drive it off a platform as your car.
Oh, no, I tagged Scott in a picture of one of those on Facebook.
yes.
Because that's the kind of friend I am right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't make drug lord money, so no, that's not happening.
Want to start?
Go on.
Did he just invite you to cut 2 keys? What's going on here?
Now I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'll make some introductions
Yeah, I
to
was
some
gonna say-
people.
oh, there we go. Because the cat that works at the grocery store next to a fucking retirement community has got those kind of connections. God bless you, sir.
Carlito and Muncio would love to talk to you.
And make sure the driveway's clear so Carlito could get his walker up to the front door.
Yeah, I gotta come up with a really cool name like El Diablo Negro,
No, I like your usual one,
which is
General Juma.
Oh, God.
oh man. So anyway, I'm the happy, proud. Long story short, I'm the happy owner of an RV now. So I can come to deer camp. I can
Comfortably, too.
Yes, very comfortably. Memorial Day weekend, we're doing a little something. By the way, your wife and my wife need to get together and figure out, because I'm pretty sure there's some things they want to do in the near future.
Hey, God bless. You put them together because I just go along to get along.
Yeah, so do I.
So, and just on a side note, when we're 15 minutes into something, that's not when you say to make a long story short.
Yeah, I know. I was being facetious. Yes, I do have a vocabulary, even though I went through the public school system.
In Watts.
Well, it wasn't all Watts, dude. I think I got out of that after 7th grade. Then I was in the suburbs.
Compton's not the suburb. I mean, maybe it was back then. You so old, but
You know, you ain't exempt from being strangled either.
I'm well aware. I'm one of them cats that likes to live on the edge, though. I'm like, okay, loosen up a little bit. Let me get some air. All right, go again. You all right over there, Greg?
Wow. Holy
Gotcha. You ain't strangling me now, are you?
Yeah.
See what I did there? Out in one easy lesson.
Yeah, I'm tapping out. You got me.
Winner by default, the fat kid.
So
Again.
we've just real quick here. Larry has opened a window to why he's not floating in a lake right now. You've opened a window to your psyche. I get it.
Yep, I make the person that's angry with me so uncomfortable they just quit.
Pretty close. It's like, they screw with you in school and you make them laugh so hard they can't run and chase you. It's just nothing. You say something either uncomfortable or funny, and while you're busy laughing your ass off, or
I make my escape.
Yeah, that's
I'm
pretty
outie,
good.
bitches. Have a nice day.
I'd love to see a recreation of that with Morgan Freeman narrating. So the North American Lawrence, looks like he is prey, but the predator has encountered Lawrence, and it seems that Lawrence is using his defensive mechanism, and the predator is rolled over with laughter as the
Dude,
prey
that is a
escapes.
shitty Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
It is
That's
a shitty.
that sounds more like that guy from Wild Kingdom.
Sorry, Marlon
David
Brando.
Attenborough?
Is that who that
But
was?
there's no accent. I don't know. I was just giving
That's the
voice.
guy that sent that one dude out every time. His sidekick, he's gonna circumcise a water buffalo. I'm like, how much is this cat getting paid to do this shit? And that was in the '70s, so you know he wasn't making nothing, right?
Well, it looks like this is going to get the explicit stamp this week. Fuck it.
That's 3 weeks in a row.
hey, yeah.
This isn't for
y'all
children.
seen a theme yet? Yeah, there we go. All right.
Okay, let's get on to the cigar of the month. Being that we're at the beginning of the month, let's talk about this. We are smoking the Last Cowboy. And Larry was good enough to pick this one because he got sick and tired of us running the box press.
Dude, I got to tell you, man. I come in here last Sunday, and I hit Craig, the cigar, proprietor extraordinaire here, if you will, for some ideas. And I give him one caveat. I do not want another goddamn box press. Oh, he starts talking up this cigar, man. Oh, my God, you're going to love it. It's fantastic, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit this, bullshit that. Opens the secret cabinet and pulls out a goddamn box press. I'm like, dude, were you not listening to me?
You had one job.
So as he's backpedaling off that shit, I spot these. And I was unaware that this was even a thing. Now, I've smoked a lot of Sinistros. I like Sinistro cigars. They're Mr. Red, Mr. White, Mr. Black, the Last Cowboy. They have a decent, solid line of cigars. This is the Last Cowboy Maduro Scala. And what this thing is, it's a true torpedo roll. So it's fatter in the middle than it is at the ends. It has a shaggy foot, which makes it a little rough on the start when you light it. That's just kind of typical of a shaggy. We talked about that, a couple episodes ago when we were talking about, the different types of cigars. But if you look, the box is right up front. If you look real close, this thing, it's a true Maduro leaf, but it's also wrapped with a candela wrapper leaf that looks like a thread or a string. And that thing burns as you're drawing, smoking the cigar. So it gives it kind of a unique flavor, if you will. It burns a little funny. Because of that, you have to touch it up a little bit and relight it. But the wrapper is Connecticut broadleaf Maduro, and it has that candela leaf wrapped around it as a cord. The binder is Mexican San Andreas, and the filler is all Dominican. They say that it's a medium to full on the website. Yeah, no. That's a full.
No,
that's a straight full cigar.
It is. It's a straight full body because I know I smoked it the other day and the flavor's amazing. It really is because you get that subtle note of the candela wrapper, but the power was just too much for me. It was like, wow, I was spinning when I was done smoking it.
Well, you know what? When I first lit it on the initial couple of draws, I felt it to be a little harsh, but within about 3 or 4 draws, it mellowed out for me.
Yep.
And I don't know what the taste was on the initial light and draw. I can't grab what the flavor was. I don't want to say it wasn't woodsy, and there were no fruit notes to it. It was just a unique,
a little drier. Usually when I hear woodsy or fruity, it's that to me is the opposite of dry. When I don't get any kind of fruity notes, it's typically what I think of a drier draw. And what I mean by that is usually you get a fuller smoke. This thing tends to have a little bit. I've noticed this is the 4th one of these I've smoked now since last Sunday, and it tends to have a little bit lighter ash, light gray ash, as opposed to some of the darker ash stuff that we've been smoking. And there's a dryness to it. I don't know how else to describe it.
It's almost like a dry red wine.
Okay,
that,
go with
hit
that.
on the
yeah.
back of the tongue that dries your mouth out.
Yeah, no,
The
I can.
tannins?
Yeah, but it's not unpleasant.
No, not at
no,
all.
no,
It's
it's,
just different.
And it looks, it's a unique look for sure. But yeah, it's I'm real happy with it. I don't know if it's something that I would buy a box and have it up front in the humidor, but I do have a box of their Mr. Whites right now, and I'm about halfway through those. I smoke probably one a week right now, and
Okay.
yeah, I'd like to pull maybe another Sinistro here in a month or two, and maybe do a little bit more on their line because I was
no
really
doubt.
happy. I was really happy with how this is.
Yeah.
They got some good marketing. The last Cowboy line has a pretty cool label. It's got a pretty cool box packaging wise. So if you haven't had any Sinistros, it's definitely they have a pretty wide selection, light to dark, medium to full. You can definitely find something wherever your palate's at that you're going to be comfortable with.
Without a doubt, I have one issue with this cigar, and that's price point. For what it is, it's good. Don't get me wrong. This is not a bad cigar by any measure of the imagination, but it's just the price point kind of makes me feel like, But then again,
We live in California.
Right. We're in California, California tobacco tax, blah, blah, blah. But still, I mean, for what it is, it's a very good cigar. Don't shy away from it. At least smoke one. You'll enjoy it. Take it for a treat. It wouldn't be one of my go-to everyday kind of smokes, but something in the Sinestro line, absolutely. I am very fond of the Mr. White.
Yep.
And Mr. Red.
Mr. Red is more my palate.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Mr. White and Mr. Red are two of my go-tos. I bet you guys thought I was going to say Mr. Black, huh?
Why? Because you're black? Beat you to it.
We had to go there.
Well,
it's just what we do.
The owner of this company too, James Agapian, is local. He lives in L.A.
Yeah, it sounded like Glendale. I saw that.
Glendale, wow. Okay.
I don't know how you operate a cigar company in this state. It's hard enough to sell them here, but God bless you, sir.
James, come join us one day.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. It's only like an 8-hour drive up. It's kind of a crappy drive, but it's
Yeah, if you're just seeing everything but, like brown.
So, Scott, quick question. You'd already powered through your 37 shot vanilla creamsicle latte or whatever you had this morning. How's this pairing with the rum?
Oh, I'm loving the rum.
By the way, what rum are we drinking? Did we mention? We didn't mention that yet.
We did not because we were busy talking crap about trailers and happy cigars, so we did not get excuse me. We did not get to the drink. Larry was good enough to bring this in. One of our friends, Felix.
Yeah, Felix Martinez, local cigar roller, gave me this. I've had it over a year now. We saw him out at a place in Folsom, had a couple of quick shots of this, and it was different than anything I had. So a couple weeks later, Felix showed up at my shop, brought me a bottle, and Scott helped me with the name of this.
Leyenda.
It is a Dominican rum. I would give you some more information about it. However, everything on the bottle and the box is in Spanish, so you guys are going to have to look it up. But it is a really good rum.
Oh yeah, I'm
Right
loving,
out of the bottle, no ice.
Yep.
It's good stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm loving the really deep molasses notes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really pairing well with the cigar because you've got the strength of the cigar with the sweetness, so it's like a strong sweetness, if you will.
Absolutely.
That should also help it cuts the power a little bit too.
Oh, it definitely does. So let's get into the topic du jour for the week. Okay, check this out. Every cigar smoker, depending on where you are at your journey, you will find that every cigar smoker has had this fantasy. What would it be like if I had my own cigar line or made or rolled my own cigars? You think about it for probably about anywhere from 30 seconds to a whole day, wondering what would you need to do to make this happen? Let me tell you something. usually you get kicked between the legs real quick when you figure out that this is no easy task.
No.
For the time and the people involved, I mean, just even, growing tobacco, it's not an easy feat. I mean, some of the techniques that are used, we're in the 21st century, of course, and modern technology has made certain things easier, but cigars are truly an artisanal, I hope I'm using that word right, is it artisanal?
Artisanal. You're using it right.
Artisanal product.
Wonderful public education system.
Yep. Cheers.
No, it's true. We talked about that briefly on an episode some months back, and I think it was 10 things every cigar smoker should know. And you're talking about handmade, hand blended, hand processed. Everything's done by hand. There's very little machinery involved in it. So it's truly, when you talk about something that is an artisanal product, this is probably one of the top of the list.
Without a doubt. And of course, I'm going to start my own cigar business or my own cigar line. It takes a lot of bloody time. To make a cigar, you're talking about a very time consuming. It's not going to be, you wake up, I'm going to make a cigar. I'm going to actually create one. I'm not saying buying someone else's line or buying something that's already in existence and slapping your label to it. But to actually create the cigar takes a very long time. From seed to smoke. As a matter of fact, Davidoff has a crazy good video as they discuss their from seed to smoke in the process. And if you check out one of our earlier Beyond the Humidor episodes in 2 parts where...
Called From Seed to Smoke.
Yes. From Greg's brother, in fact, went to... he went to Central.
He went to Honduras.
Yeah, went to Honduras and spent some time at a factory.
And that was JRE.
Yes.
Justo and Julio Arroyo. And I'm saying that last name wrong. But
yeah,
you all know who we're talking about. It's the Aladino line.
There you go. And it's just a really, I can't even
laborious.
Describe. Yes.
Well, we had Hamlet in here at Tobacco Republic. That's been, 2 years ago now? 3? It's been 3 years ago already?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Wow. And Hamlet sat up back here at the table and demonstrated for us. And the fact that he could do that and carry on a conversation and answer questions, and it's just amazing. We've seen Felix Martinez roll on several occasions, and there's an art form to that is just unique to a small number of people, and that's what makes it so interesting. I think
Yeah.
We've joked about what it would be like to have a Loomis Cigar Cartel branded cigar, and at some point I think we're going to spend some time in figuring out how to do that. We've already got names for some of the lines, which is kind of cool, but we don't have any cigars for them. So
yep.
Again, the fantasy
Yeah.
we have, it starts out with, I can have my own cigar line and everyone will buy it and love it. And here's the names I would give for it. And
yeah, at some point you're going to see us all sitting here live on a podcast, smoking lunch breaks called the Company Squirrel.
oh, sure. Give the name away, Larry.
It's trademarked already.
Nice.
He owns it. It's under Paradise Signs.
I like it.
You realize how much we're going to have to pay him to get it? But that being said, so Scott, tell us what we got going on.
What do you mean?
I don't have the article. I don't have the article up. I've got the camera running.
I was just I'm just lighting a cigar, and it's like, huh?
Scotty, cut me a
out.
check for the Company Squirrel, I think is what he meant. No?
Yeah, all that money went to the RV.
Yeah. Funds are a little tied up at the moment, are they?
Just a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, they're wrapped up in like Traeger and RV futures.
Yeah. That's all right. I just brought an antique creeper off of Craigslist, so yeah, we're all right.
Yeah. Well, the first step in creating, a cigar would be just starting out with blending, figuring out what kind of flavor you're going for, blending different types of tobacco, and creating your own unique cigar, if you will. This is where I say cheese.
No, just keep talking. I'm just going live for a little bit.
Ah, okay, that's wonderful. One of the things is, once you figure out your blend, if you will, then it's, growing the tobacco, of course. The harvesting is quite complicated. It's more about creating the cigar than it is harvesting the tobacco. And it's very lengthy. Curing and fermenting tobacco, of course, is a long process in which you are trying to secure those flavors. Again, I suggest that if you can, what we'll do is we'll put a link onto the YouTube video of that Davidoff, because it was just incredibly informative. Just crazy good. I mean, I was looking at that just like, wow, this is not an easy task, if you will.
No, I don't think anybody thinks it's going to be easy, and if they do, there's a little bit of naivety there. But it's definitely, it is a good dream.
Well, yeah, and a lot of the bringing the cigar together, people still use most creators of cigar manufacturers still use the old world techniques. They still use the tools they used, hundreds of years ago. There's no machine that is, creating this cigar.
Yeah.
Especially the top shelf ones. Now, you've heard about machine rolled cigars. I mean, but I don't think anything trumps the handmade, because there's just so much work that goes into it.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Absolutely. That's part of the whole allure of this. Oh, look at that. We're going live. Good thing I did my hair.
Say hi, Larry.
Hi, Larry. Oh, this is my cousin Larry, my other cousin Larry. But yeah, the hand rolled factor on the cigars, that's just what it's all about, And luckily, I've been able to see that process happen. Watch them take a wrapper leaf and pick the different filler leaves that they want to do, and that's just amazing to me. That's just watching it, being able to smoke something that was rolled right there for you. It's a cool deal.
Well, yeah, and many people have tried and failed miserably to actually, it be, someone like, us rolling a cigar. I mean, I've had, there's people who have equated it to, you're basically a kindergartner working on a project, and in an hour, maybe getting out like 5 cigars that look like crap. So some of these artisans who roll the cigars, they can put out anywhere from 100 to 150 cigars a day. It's the ones who are really good can put out maybe, a little bit more. So you think one person's doing that over one day, and you've got a room full of people. You've got the sorters, the rollers, quality control, making sure that, the cigars are of quality. And mind you, the incredible thing about a certain brand is that, and we talked about this, where you look at a box of cigars and they are not exactly the same. They're identical, but to get a room full of people to roll this formula, if you will, to be as close as it is, you'll see my subtle differences in every cigar. Every cigar is different, but when you're talking about a box on a certain line, they are close to the same.
The talent that it takes for multiple people to do a specific labor-intensive set of jobs to create something that looks so close is incredible.
And I know one of the things that that I've seen is, and it was on one of the documentaries that's on Amazon Prime, and it was, I believe it was a Cohiba factory. When they get the cigars all rolled and they get them in cello, they then take them to another individual that sorts them so their shades on the leaves are the similar color, so the boxes look uniform. It's really incredible the length that they go to produce that box for us on the consumer end.
Right.
And we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, very much so. Now, you ever wonder how you get the flavor of a cigar? Maybe you haven't. More than likely, that's a setup question. It's a really obvious and stupid one. So let's just get to it. Tobacco fermentation is where you get the flavor from. Yeah, I know that was really ham-handed segue going, hey, did you ever wonder? No, you never wondered that.
Well,
just being open
no,
and honest.
it's true. I mean, people think about it, and people, we talked about this on a previous episode too, about reviews and flavor profiles and things like that. And I have always marveled, frankly, about how they can get these notes, and some of it may be subliminal, yes, but they get these notes of coffee, of chocolate, of grass, of lamb, banana, and raccoon is our running joke. But
Funny, I always get the note of cigar.
Of cigar, yeah. but
It's fairly consistent.
where these subtle flavors come from? Because you're talking about a product that has nothing to do with chocolate. It has nothing to do with coffee. It has nothing to do with stuff like that. But you can pick up these notes. So where does that come from, Scott?
It's marketing. Don't let them bullshit you.
Well, that's the truth. I mean, but you're talking, we talk flavor, you're talking fermentation. Something you'll never hear about, but that's how you get the flavor. There's something else too, and we've touched upon this on many a program, aging. And this is one of the reasons why, the whole idea of creating your own cigar, it's its own process. But even though, let's just say, seed, tobacco, harvesting, curing your tobacco, getting it all together, getting yourself a group of rollers and all that, rolling the cigars, got them in their nice shiny boxes. Guess what? You ain't seen them for years.
At least 5 for the most part.
Rocky Patel's got some in there for like 10, 15 to 20.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is a real dumb question. Is that the Rocky Patel 20th?
Oh, Lord. So the Rocky Patel 20th is the celebration of him 20 years in business.
Thank you. Because I was just about to say.
Because guess what's coming out this year?
The 25.
The 25th.
Yes.
And then there's the Rocky Patel 55 when he turned 55 years old.
And there you go. See? You be the host of a show and you learn something new every day.
But normally every cigar that you see in a shop or online or however you choose to buy your vices, they have been aged much longer than a year. The average that you see, if you look in the Humidor here at Tobacco Republic, most of those cigars have been in the aging room for at least 5 years before they get imported to the United States and we see them. So there's a time consideration involved before you even.
There's a hell of a financial investment.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you think, you're going to find people to invest in your cigar line, and it's like, well, when do I see my money? Probably in about 7 to 10 years.
If everything goes right.
So in other words, do not, if you decide to do a cigar line, do not borrow money from the mob.
No.
I don't think they have a 10-year plan.
People's Bank of Brighton Beach is not where you go for that. All right. Good information.
Yeah. The more you know.
G.I. Joe.
That wasn't creepy at all. That just proves that we should all have a mute button. Just saying. All right, we're going to negate that shit right now.
Yeah, I thought that horrific Morgan Freeman imitation was bad. That was bad. Thanks, Greg. Mine isn't the worst on the show.
It's just what I do, okay? A little service I provide.
Man.
Okay, let's go with story time with Unkie Larry.
Oh, here we go.
We haven't done this in a long time, and, we enjoy Lawrence's colorful stories, so we want to go with one this week.
Yeah, you sprung this on me on Thursday, man.
Dude, don't lie. You got all these in your head, man. All you got to do is sit back with a cigar, maybe an alcoholic beverage, and just go through your mental Rolodex.
Yeah, the problem is I have ADD so bad I make Scooby-Doo look like a genius. And so now you just, It's Thursday here in the lounge. Thursday evening, Scott rolls us out. Hey, we're doing story time with Unkie Larry this week. I'm like, damn. All right.
Okay.
And you're
Oh, you
right,
got
though.
it.
You know, I got stories, but, you know, some of them are not appropriate for people outside your circle, if that makes sense.
That makes sense, but I'll help you out here for a second.
Uh-oh.
Because I'm a helpful beaver. It's what I do. We were talking about the 5 words you never want to hear in a story because you know it's not going to end well. Well, I discovered last weekend a set of 5 words you don't want to hear in a story. Or rather, my father did too. He got the worst end of it. Well, I was at a Walmart.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So my father right now is in Iowa in the hospital with a compound fracture, the Joe Theismann special, to his left leg. Let me tell you how it happened.
How'd it happen, Scotty?
Well, he was at a Walmart. I can laugh now because he's stable, he's good, he's in good spirits. So love you, Pop. He's going to meet a friend to go to a memorial, so he gets out of his pickup truck. Yeah, this is just building to be great, isn't it? And he's on the side looking in the tailgate. His buddy drives up, and mind you, the Pop is 70. So his friend's, I think he's about the same age or a little younger. He comes driving up, fooling around kind of like he's going to accelerate on him. And I don't have the complete story, so don't take this as gospel. I know the ending, so basically it was either he accelerated too much or he accelerated, hit brake, and hit gravel. Truck slams into my dad. And hence, compound fracture. He's in the hospital.
Jesus.
Yeah, the end. Yeah.
The end is not in quietly. You've heard us joke periodically about how eventually Randolph's coming out to live with Scott. That just accelerated.
Oh, big time. Well, the irony is...
look at the upside. Now they got the RV. Pops can travel from Iowa in style.
Yeah, as soon as he recovers...
Fortuitous you bought the RV.
Yeah, I know. Just so happens I hear about this while we're RV shopping. My mother calls me, and she tells me what happened. Unfortunately, my big sister was on the phone when it happened, so she's losing her shit. And Mom's telling me this, and the story's coming out kind of garbled between my mother telling me and my sister freaking out. You know, first it was the first 3 minutes was, what, he's lying out in the gutter and no one's called an ambulance? I mean, it's like, where is he? And I'm sitting here pacing the floor on the middle of the lot going, well, do I call Iowa State Police to see if they can find him? And then I ascertain that, yeah, where he was, and, you know, they got him to the hospital. So.
Hey, more important question.
Go ahead.
We going to be able to smoke in this RV?
No.
Dude.
Did you even have to ask that question?
Yeah.
Two words. Tiny wife.
Had to be said.
I know you smoke in yours. I don't smoke in mine.
Yeah. Tiny what? Yeah.
All right, fuck you people. If we're out camping and it's raining, you all know where you're smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah, your RV.
That's right.
Yep.
God damn it.
Yep. Shelly and Sue and Danny, they can all pile in.
Yeah, they're going to pile in yours in the smoke-free RV, and we'll be puffing up a storm. So
I like it.
So I spent since Thursday trying to think, you know, what direction am I going to go that is, you know, relatively politically correct, you know, to offend the least amount of people is what we're going for here.
Sounds like a plan.
And some of the funniest things that I have are from people watching. You know, it just because people are funny, man. People do funny shit. And I started thinking about a trip we took to Disneyland when my kids were little.
Oh,
okay.
no.
My father-in-law was a huge Disneyland fanatic. And he used to get the girls, my wife and her younger sister, season passes. He had a season pass. He was big on this stuff, right? My father-in-law was a Donald Duck fan. So we're at Disneyland. I got 3 boys, mind you, and they were all little kids. And we're walking down Main Street, and a guy goes by us on a lark.
I'm laughing because I've heard this story
Well, I was going to
before.
say,
but
man, this ain't even the funny part. Hold on.
Please continue.
So we're down towards the end of Main Street, and this probably ain't there no more. It used to be the Kodak camera shop, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That Kodak is a film product for you younger people. When you actually had to like take a picture, take it somewhere, have it developed,
Film.
Kodak was a big deal. So right there at that corner, that's where you make the right, you go into Tomorrowland. So we're right there in front of the Kodak camera shop, and the guy goes by me from behind me on the Lark, and there's another cat on a Lark coming out of Tomorrowland, and they do like that NASCAR bump. And the dude that was on the outside that came from behind me, he made kind of a quick left, and the sidewalk goes down right there. That's where the circle is at the end. And he high-centered his Lark. He throws the armrests up, jumps out, grabs the front of the Lark. There's 4 RV batteries in this thing, mind you. Picks it up, sets it over, gets back in it, throws the armrest down, and drives off. And my son looks at me, who's probably about 6 years old. He says, Daddy, if he can pick that up, why does he need it? Dude, people around me are just falling out laughing. I'm like, hey, that's a good point, son. That's a good point. So on this same trip, right, was we there for more than a day. You know, we got the hotel. We're staying there.
Oh, yeah.
We're riding the train, all right, because that's about the only place you can sit down at Disneyland and, you know, relax. So we got all the kids, my father-in-law, we're on the train. And the train's pulled in at Tomorrowland Station, where It's a Small World is. And we're sitting there because I don't know what they're doing. People on and off the car, whatever. And we're in one of those cars where you face out sideways, right? And we are literally right there over the ride for It's a Small World. And we're watching people getting in and out of the boats, right? And this boat comes in, and all these people get out, except for this one couple. And now, dude gets out, and he's a little bitty cat, man. He's about 5'3", 125 pounds, soaking wet.
Holding a brick.
Now he's trying to help his girl get out of the boat. And the only polite way to say this,
We're horrible human beings.
this is a big girl. I mean, like Joe Klecko plays lineman for the Jets, big girl.
Orson Welles looks at her and says, "You need a diet."
Big
Wow.
girl. Probably 6 foot. And she can't get, when she tries to step out of the boat, because she's the only one left in it, the boat rocks. And it freaks her out. So she hasn't gotten out yet. Dude's getting a little upset, you know, come on, we got to go. And he reaches over, takes her hand, and he's going to help her out of the boat. Okay, so this is like the 4th attempt. He's got a hold of her hand. She goes to step up. She's got one foot on the edge, other foot's in the boat. Boat rocks. She loses her balance, falls backwards. She slingshots this dude over the boat. He ends up in the topiary bushes on the other side of the ride. Woo. The only 2 people on this train that saw this were my father-in-law and I. Oh, I take that back. 3 people. The engine or the conductor, engineer, porter, steward,
the ride technician.
Yeah, the dude on the train, the Disney dude on the train, right? Dude, I'm falling out. My father-in-law's looking. He's got that old dude kind of like, that's peculiar. And the poor Disney guy is like crying. He's trying not to laugh. There's tears streaming down his face as you're watching this little bitty dude climb out of this topiary elephant. Because he got slingshotted. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Man. If you want to people watch, Disneyland is the place to people watch. You know, how's that?
You never disappoint, Lawrence.
Never.
Never disappoint.
I need to relight my damn cigar, but I never disappoint. So, yeah, it's
a large world.
and we're just rolling through it.
Yep, or flying through it.
I don't know, man. I've seen some good ones at Disneyland. Now that they got downtown Disney, you kind of cruise around the shops and it.
You know, I hesitate to say my favorite thing about downtown Disney and California Adventure.
They serve alcohol.
You goddamn right.
Yeah, and how it amazes me the number of people you see that are like irritated. Well, dude, you're at Disneyland. I mean, how bad could this
It's the
be?
happiest place on earth, or at least it's supposed to be.
How bad could this be?
Well,
You know?
let me explain. Okay, probably because they had to pull a second mortgage because it's about $100 and some odd to get in now. It used to be like $20 some odd.
Hey, man, I remember when it was e-tickets. Remember that
Oh,
shit?
yeah. Oh,
You had
yeah.
to buy the ticket book.
Yep.
You buy 13 of them goddamn things for a 2-day adventure, and you got 54 A tickets left because nobody gives a shit about the teacups. Yeah, you can't give them son of a bitch an A tickets away, man.
Oh yeah, and then you had like maybe 2 or 3 e-tickets, so you know you're only going to Autotopia once.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, Space Mountain. Yeah, fuck you. You're getting one ride, sonny. And then came the passports.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you had the folks who had the ticket book, and you know, my mother worked for the phone company, as do I. I'm a second generation Bell brat, and they had the passports they gave us, which was basically ticket book. Oh, fuck a ticket book. Here you go. Put this passport on. You go on anything you want. So it was great walking, you know, past the rabble.
Yeah, the passport was Disneyland's white privilege card right there. Pardon me while I step in front of y'all. You know, it's like,
I don't think you got to step in front. I think it was more like, you know, if you wanted to go to Autotopia like 8 times, yeah, e-ticket, who needs that?
pardon me while we pass up the line for Mr. Lincoln.
I haven't been to the House of Mouse in 20 years, probably.
I bet your ears still fit.
Nope. They long gone. Hey, you know, since we're on Disneyland,
Oh, God.
and it is the 3rd of April.
It is.
It is.
Okay.
One of our compatriots that's unfortunately no longer with us was born today. And if you see the picture over my right shoulder here of the very nice dressed gentleman, let me show that to you up here in the corner in the middle here. That is our friend Leon. And unfortunately, Leon passed a couple of years back. He had a stroke and didn't recover, and we do miss him. But one of his highlights of his year was his yearly big vacation. He would go down to Disneyland all the time, but yearly big vacation to Disneyland. And he was probably one of the only guys that knew where all the smoking sections were in the park. Go down and enjoy a cigar. But, you know, Leon was a dispatcher for Auburn PD and did that job for years and years and years and was a regular in here every night. And miss that old dude, you know?
Oh, yeah, I miss him.
Yeah,
He was good
solid
people.
dude, man.
One of these days we're going to have to do so we'll have to make a Diesel the cigar of the month because that was one of his favorite cigars.
There we
Yes.
go.
So happy birthday, Leon.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Let's just
birthday, sir.
take a minute, blow some good smoke his way.
Enjoy, Leon.
Enjoy, brother.
We'll take that picture with us when we go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so as we're going down, which one is that? The Indiana Jones one where they take the picture as you're going down? We're holding the
No,
picture.
that's Splash Mountain.
Yeah, Splash Mountain. That tells you how long it's been since I've been to Disneyland. Yeah, holding the picture up as they're taking the pictures. We're going, ah.
Wow.
No, it's not going to happen. It's just a funny bit, I guess.
Everybody's got an opinion.
I freaking try. What do you want? What do you want from me?
Good God.
How's the ending on your cigar, Larry?
I'm doing pretty well with it, man. We're coming down, starting the taper of that torpedo on the backside, and still getting a really good draw out of it. Plenty of smoke. It's a little heavier, a little bit darker. when you're in the middle where it's a fatter, more filler. But I like it. I'm happy with this, and it's something. Even at the price point, I'll keep these in the rotation once in a while.
Yeah, definitely. I'm enjoying the richness of it. As you get to the end, it's a little richer. I'm getting really unique taste, and I can't pin them. That's the thing that's driving me crazy about this one. It's not a bad taste. It's just different, and it's just, it's unique.
I wonder how much that Candela cord is affecting what you're picking up on that. Because it'd almost be worth trying to smoke one of these and the standard Last Cowboy Maduro at the same time and see what the difference is, because it's the same binder and filler. It's just the roll and the Candela is what's different between the two. I think that could be a Sunday afternoon. Give it a shot. What do you think?
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Greg, not for you, man. We'll get something, in a
light Connecticut.
Yeah, something, in a bougie Chardonnay and a light Connecticut for you.
I don't like Chardonnay, but okay. So, I've smoked a couple now, and the flavor can't be beat. It's a very unique flavor, and I agree with Scott. I'm having trouble pinning down the notes that I'm getting. But if you're the kind of guy, I'm not. These two are. But if you're the kind of guy that likes that full-powered, full-bodied cigar, this is perfect for you, and it's one that I absolutely recommend that you take the time and sit and enjoy and relax and have a nice beverage with it. And it's a great stick. Just on the power scale for me, it's a little too high.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. So if we were to rate this on a rating of 1 to take your ass to flavor country, I would say I give this a 7 3/4 or 8. It's good. Like I say, the price point kind of kicks me because it's like, this is a little much.
Just remember, that's the state of California. Other cats that are outside of this state or New York, one of those two, it's not going to be, the price point's not that bad.
Yeah, if you find a deal on let's put it this way. You find a deal on a box, money well spent.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's a handful of these in some kind of sampler pack or something, yeah, you're definitely it might not be your go-to, but it's definitely something that you're going to appreciate that you took the time to smoke.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely. If you're on the search for different flavors, and that's one thing I'm enjoying about this, it's not run-of-the-mill, and, while I'm having a hard time identifying the flavors, it's a good flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think that actually adds a little bit of mystique to the cigar because, I don't know about you guys, but I'm so used to being able to fairly readily identify the cigar flavors in my regular rotation, and this one's it's a challenge, and I think that makes it fun.
Yeah, it definitely does. Well, I'm hoping that folks have checked us out on YouTube. This one will be going on YouTube tomorrow, Greg, or was that
Tuesday?
Okay, so yeah, the video will go out Tuesday, of course.
Because I need to go to your house to upload it.
Not a problem. And the podcast, of course, as always, will be out on Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific time.
Mm-hmm.
So, be sure to check it out. And, as always, have fun with it.
Don't forget, like, share, and please subscribe to our Facebook channel.
Yes, and also YouTube, if you would subscribe.
Oh, yeah,
to
I'm
that.
sorry. I meant YouTube.
Yeah, the Facebook is Luma Cigar Cartel. So, yes.
So is the YouTube.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, looks like my smoke's down to the nub and the scotch glass is empty, so I think it's about that time. Want to thank our audience, and on behalf of Larry and Greg, thank you for listening. Check us out at Luma Cigar Cartel. Also, check out the YouTube channel, of course, on Luma Cigar Cartel. Like and share us on Facebook. Give us a like on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. And don't be a stranger. Let us know you're out there and let us know what you think. I'm Scott Robinson, and from all of us here at Beyond the Humidor, look forward to chatting with you on the next episode. Take care. And as always, good smoke, good drink, and good life. as I come down off of my coffee. It hasn't happened yet.